All right, hi everyone. I'm making this recording because you were not here today in school, so I hope that you are well and you're able to use this video as a way to get some work done. Our main objectives in class today is that we're really finishing the third part, if not already complete, for our Lake Champlain solutions, and we're going to be doing the survey document for the Agency of Natural Resources, telling them how they should be spending that $30 million. So I'm going to open the Lake Champlain survey document. It looks like this. And attached to this is going to be the budget questionnaire that you fill out for the state of Vermont via SurveyMonkey. Now, the first part of this survey is going to be asking you how, out of 100% or $30 million, do you want to spend your money? We have 6 different sectors that the ANR can spend money on: agriculture, developed land, natural resources, roads, wastewater, and multi-sector innovation. Your task as a professional is to tell them in what percent should each of these 6 sectors go. How are you going to know that? What I would do is I would use the water solutions Jamboard that are packed full of different problems, solutions, and costs for you to identify different attributes. So for example, I'm just randomly clicking on Isabel, who talks about runoff and impervious surfaces with costs and solutions in terms of drainage systems that might cost a few $1,000s. I go over to Savannah, who's talking about manure runoff and agricultural runoff, and I see different costs related to maybe a couple $100,000 for manure injection costs. So you're really weighing the costs, the benefits, the associated problems for each of these different fields related to phosphate, thinking about what percent of 100 should go towards them. I'd like you to justify each of your amounts in this document by writing a few sentences where you cite data or costs or the amount of phosphate entering the lake or the severity of the problem for each of these components. Now, if you look in the survey, there's room for additional comments. I'm going to have you copy and paste a paragraph from your water quality survey document into this section. And what that paragraph is going to be is you're going to be writing a paragraph about a very specific solution or sector and a location that you wish to see implemented in terms of solving phosphate runoff. This could include details about the current problem and how the solution will address and remedy the problem that you're discussing. You should have specific facts and information related to the problem. So ideally, you're going to talk about the sector, the location, supporting facts, and how your solution will address the problem. This is really the biggest piece of information that I'll be able to use to understand your ability to communicate and construct explanations. Ideally, for a P, you're going to be using relevant and adequate amounts of evidence and using that evidence to talk about an appropriate redesign. And I'll be able to see that within your table and your paragraph. Now, the second thing that you're going to be doing for your survey is you're going to be identifying different types of projects that you wish to see implemented as a result of your first slide. So we could have agricultural solutions that are based in planning or education or project development, design, operation, or innovation. Now, each of these has a specific role and a specific value for different projects. If you're looking at putting in wastewater treatment facilities, that might be innovation or operation, not necessarily education. If you think that you want to look at new ways to identify how to reduce runoff from farms, that might be project development and design. This is historical amounts in terms of how the activities have been spent in the past. Notice that a big part of the $30 million life cycle or $30 million grant project is related to construction. You're going to do the same thing as the first question. Enter different amounts that equal 100. And for this one, I really just want to know what your thoughts and ideas are for why each of these have value and why you might be changing the amount from the historical amounts up here. Your last aspect is in the comment section below. Here, you are going to write a paragraph about why you think your problem and solution from question 1 would benefit from one of the categories above, given the problem and the solution. So where is your problem going to fit within these 6 different types of projects? After that, you'll press next. You probably can answer this question. And then you can just talk about how you found out about this in a class. You do not need to answer any of this information. You would answer your zip code of Stowe. You don't have to answer this, and you will submit done. When you are finished with this document, please make sure that it's on Schoology, which it should already be on, and it's submitted. And that is the work for today. We will be also doing a little bit of predation and population growth modeling, but ideally we'll cover more of that in a class on Friday. Let me know if you have any questions. I hope this helps, and I will hopefully see you next class.